Hi, this is Dodger and you're watching my show. So yesterday I went for a jog, which I very rarely do because normally I feel like my heart is gonna explode. But I was telling everybody on coffee time that I tried jogging to the Hotline Miami soundtrack, and it turns out that it is incredible. If you are somebody who goes on jogs all the time, you should totally try out the Hotline Miami soundtrack because it does the good build with the amazing rhythm, and you have all this like determination in your head, and then suddenly you feel like maybe you could kill a guy. So the reason I bring this up, aside from it being just amazing, is that the Blood Dragon soundtrack is going to be released on the same day as the game, May 1st. But what's cool is right now on iTunes you can pre-order it for $10, and it's by a group called Powerglove that sounds a lot like the Hotline Miami soundtrack, so that's why it all comes together. Powerglove, if you're out there and for some reason you're watching this show, just want you to know, I think your music's dreamy. Some of the songs are actually up on SoundCloud, so if you wanted to listen to a few of them to make sure that you wanted to pre-order it, you can go do that. Why are their hairs constantly getting in my face? Nah. If you are someone like me, who spent way too many hours playing Robot Unicorn Attack when it first came out and maybe forgot to write a paper once because of it, they finally have a sequel coming out. Not like a reskin, like not the heavy metal one or the Christmas one, nothing like that. It's an actual full new game. It's made by Pickpock, which I'm really excited about because they made Monsters Ate My Condo, which is another one of my absolute favorite games, especially on iOS. So I have a lot of faith that this is gonna work out. But something that I think was a really smart way to go is the game is going to be free, but they made it so that if you want certain songs, you can buy a music pack. The reason that I say this is smart is because they've made it very clear that if they had included the music that we all associate with Robot Unicorn Attack, it would have kept the game from being free. So this way, when you go into the iOS store, you can be like, oh, I'll buy this cool free Robot Unicorn Attack 2 game. And then, if you want the music, you can actually purchase the music that you want. It's a good compromise, and I like that they took into account the idea of, you know what, let's just make this free, and then make people pay for the things that would cost us enough that it wouldn't offset. I'm trying to decide if that sentence made any sense at all. And it has customization, which is pretty great. I won't go into detail about that, but if you see the customization screen, you get the idea. Perhaps you've seen a poster going around that says Xbox, a new generation reveal. That's because on May 21st, Microsoft is finally going to talk about what their next generation console is. No more rumors. We are going to actually hear from Microsoft what they're doing. They're planning on having a global stream on Xbox.com, on Xbox Live, and on Spike TV. So you'll get to watch it pretty easily. The question then becomes, what are they going to talk about at E3? And they've said that they're going to talk about the games lineup, which would be a nice, refreshing thing. I would love for them to really focus on the games at this E3, but we don't know for sure if that's going to happen, but that has been laid out as their intention, so we are holding you to it. And if you're gonna be in Redmond, Washington, maybe you could just break in. On a similar note, having to do with E3, Nintendo has announced that they will not be doing an E3 conference this year. So why is that? A lot of people are feeling kind of let down. But the reasoning that they gave is they don't want to be doing big events that are aimed at their entire international audience because it doesn't allow them to really focus on specific groups and make it very clear what's going to be happening. So this way they can do smaller press conferences aimed at America, aimed at Japan, aimed at the European audience. That way people know exactly what's going on, exactly what games to expect, what's going to be happening with the consoles. It is kind of an upset though, because E3 is a big conference. It's a huge event, and normally all of the bigger companies that are associated with the gaming world come out there to be like, look, here's why we are the dopeness. Anywho, that is my show. Thank you so much for watching. If you have a positive or a negative response, feel free to leave it in my comment section. And if you'd like to have coffee with me, you can click wherever I put the annotation and it'll take you to my other channel. But otherwise, I hope that you guys had an amazing day, and I will talk to you guys again on Friday. Bye-bye! Mwah! I'm trying to decide if that sentence made any sense at all.